Hi, it's Dawn Ori. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to come back because I did another video on Friday that I was trying to get out to you, but it just looked terrible. So I wanted to come back and talk to you about what happened to me about the SBA loan and all the stuff with that. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that I was invited to be on the call with the President of the United States before all of this stuff was happening, when he announced that there was going to be an SBA loan and that there was going to be, and the details of the SBA loan. We got all that information like 2 weeks before it came out. Okay, so I was primed and ready to get started on this thing. In fact, when they said that we could do the first installment of it, or the first section of it, which was the $10,000 and it was supposed to be a non-recourse $10,000 loan, or $10,000, your first $10,000 was forgivable, but the rest of it was not forgivable. So that's the only one that they had out and available at that time. I think they call it the EID loan. And then they had the PPP loan, and I wasn't sure if I was also eligible instead for the PPP loan, but they didn't have all the information out on the PPP loans. They didn't have the process down. They didn't have any of that stuff down. So when the one loan came out, I immediately put my information in for it, and I was waiting to get information back. And I kept thinking, well, maybe I should do the PPP loan. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, they'll tell me, okay? And so they finally did tell me 3 days before the stimulus money was all gone that I needed to do the PPP loan. So I called my bank. When I called my bank, a person answered. They said that they would take all my information and they would give it to the people who processed the loans. So I waited for them to call me back. I waited a day. They didn't call me. The next day, I went up there because I found out about that I needed to do a PPP loan. Like at the end of the day, the bank was already closed. So that day was gone, even though it was 3 days before. That day was already gone because the banks were closed. I called the next morning. I gave them the information. I told them what I needed. They said, okay, we'll call you back. They didn't call me back. I went up there the next day. So now this is day 3, okay? I went up there the next day. I got there early because I had another errand to run. So I ran the errand in the morning. I think I went to the grocery store. I had to stand outside in the line at the grocery store. After that, I went and did what I needed to do from there. And then I came back here, and then came back home, took care of some stuff at home, and I went to the bank before I came home. So I was going to take care of all of this other stuff before I did that, right? I sat down at my computer. No, let me take that back. Let me go back. I sat down on my computer and worked. Then I prepared to go and take my friend who has the virus some water. I dropped it off at the door, mask on, gloves on, didn't see her, FaceTimed her, told her it was there, came back home, got ready to do Zumba, couldn't do Zumba, and just kind of went through some other stuff, okay? Got the email, and then everything just started flashing across the screen that the PPP money was all gone. But I was in line first, and you didn't tell me until 3 days ago that I was supposed to do something different. Okay. That's the first thing that happened. Then I got a phone call. No, I got an email about my real estate license that needs to be renewed. So I had that thing happen, and I was trying to figure out that in my head. And then I had some other thing come up that I needed to take care of as well. And I had that thing happen, and I just started kind of spiraling in my brain with all the stuff that was happening at the same time. So maybe you don't know, but I am a native Detroiter. And in my community at home, in my church world, in my family, in my friends, in my extended family, in my business community at home, there has been, like, I haven't picked up my phone and checked Facebook one day since the virus hit the Northwest, I mean the Midwest, that I haven't heard of somebody being affected by this virus, loss of life. I just stopped counting the people, you know. I started deducing, like, okay, so I got to do it differently so that I can focus on what I have to do. So I have to detach from how many people are passing away, how many people are recovering. Okay, so great, we're going to focus on the recovering people. Great. So I now have friends that have had it, that I've had to, like, really focus and refocus on, and then this thing and then that thing. It's just like so many things at the same time. All of the stuff converged at the same time, and I lost it. I literally lost it. I don't even know. I don't think that I was really stressed out, or maybe I was stressed out and I didn't pay attention to my stress, you know, because I don't think I understood really how much all of this stuff was affecting me until I got that last email. And then my brain went across my bank account, and went across my savings account, and went across my emergency funds, and went across all of the things that I need to get done, and went across all the things that I know are coming, and went past all the other things that I know were going to show up eventually. And the financial part of it, plus the PPP part of it, plus the $10,000 part of it, plus my friend that I know has the virus right now, you know, in peril, plus all the other friends that I know that are recovering, plus the people who passed away, plus, I went into a tailspin. And the only thing that was coming out of my mouth was, I can't do this. I can't think this. I can't. And how? And my brain just went from I can't to how. And it was like a ping pong match going back and forth, just ping pong. I can't, you know, that whole thing. And the only thing that could happen at that point is I just kind of started going, oh my God. And my sweetheart was sitting here, my wonderful man. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'll talk about that man in a minute, another time. I got a wonderful man. But anyway, listen. I just started saying, this is too much. And he said, what? And I told him, because these are things that I had not shared with him. So I started talking, and as I started talking, the tears started coming, and all I could say, and all I heard myself saying out my mouth was, I can't. And if you know me, you know I am not the I can't person. I am the how can I get this done person. But at that point in my moment, I was so much on the I can't that I couldn't even hear any thoughts at all. Period. Just no thoughts. Like, oh my God. So, like, I think the last straw was also that I tried to get into my Zumba class and I could not. The internet was going crazy. I mean, it was just, and I know it was a storm that day, but I tried my phone, I tried my hotspot, I tried the internet, and I just couldn't connect. So I was just like, oh my God, I don't even have an outlet at this point, and I'm just freaking out. So he starts trying to calm me down. I'm like not calming down, and I just had to catch myself, like, okay, because now I'm crying, okay? Now I'm stressed out and I'm crying. I stood up and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna go and reset this day. And I got in the shower and I just started talking to God. And then I started talking to myself. And then I started correcting my words. And then in the atmosphere, I started hearing my wonderful man playing Les Brown and T.D. Jakes and Miles Monroe and Joel Osteen and Tony Robbins and Earl Nightingale and Bob Proctor and everybody that could literally shift the atmosphere of your brain. Like, that's what he just started bombarding me with. You know, that's what, let me tell you how much I love that man. Anyway, but just the whole idea of him trying to just shift the atmosphere himself. He has his own stuff, right? And everybody does. Even if we shared everything, we would still have our own individual stuff because we're individuals. That's how this thing works. So him and his wonderfulness starts playing all of the likes of the people who speak into your soul and speak life into your brain, into your mind, into your spirit. And as I was praying and talking to God and talking to myself and changing the words in my own mouth, checking my own words that were coming out, my brain was like, okay, so now what can we do? What can we do? Not I can't, because that is too limiting. You are an unlimited being, and you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. So what can you do? With all that being said, the laser focus that I need just came right in. It just came right in. And from that laser focus, I literally was like, okay, I can reset this day and I can get it done. And that's what I did. That's what I did. I did some research. I found out some other things. I reached out to those people. I got that stuff done. I came down from my shower after I got dressed and everything, reset my day, came straight to my man, gave him a kiss on the lips, looked him in the eyes and said, thank you, baby, for being all that you are to me. Because when I tell you, he was right there in that pinch, and he held the space for my brain to get in gear. It was awesome. It was awesome. Okay. And from there, then everything shifted. And I literally had my day ended up being one of the better days that I had. I got more stuff accomplished. I got more things done that needed to get done that day than I've been trying to do all week. Everything came into focus and alignment, and I just got it done. It was beautiful. But the whole thing that I wanted to get to you is we will have breakdowns. Right now, especially with everything being all uncertain and all kinds of stuff all around us that's shifting continuously, we will have breakdowns. Have it. And after you have it, get up and go change the atmosphere. You have the power to change your own atmosphere. You have the power to shift your own brain. You have the power to shift your life energy. And do that. Refocus yourself. Now remember, before I got out that shower, I had the conversation with God and said, I trust you. I trust you. I had the conversation with myself and said, you are not dying. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not in peril. There's no need to be afraid. Look around you. You still have all the things that you had before all of this happened. You still have all that stuff. You still have all the will, all the emotions, and all of the information and the intellect to do whatever you were going to do before any of this happened. Get yourself in gear. And I had to talk to my mouth and say, you said too many can'ts. That was too many I can'ts that came out of your mouth. Now, instead of saying that, first of all, we're going to say there is no I can't. What can we do? And from what can we do, then what will we do? And then let's go do what we're going to do. So I had to have that whole entire conversation with myself. And after I had that conversation with myself, I literally had to come in here and give some grace, give some gratitude, give some thanks, and adapt that to that man of mine who is right there holding space for me. Okay? So, again, get yourself in gear. Have your breakdown. Have your moment. Go into whatever area that you need to go to and get yourself together. Gather yourself. Talk to yourself. Center yourself. And then focus on what you want and not what's around you that's against what you want. Focus on what you want and work for that. I've been trying, I promise you, for like 4 days to get that out to you guys. I want you to know I appreciate you for watching my channel. Thanks so much. Have a great, great night. God bless you. Bye.